Overflow of hydro. That's good.
So interminable. So lonely. Just how much longer?
That's my
Hundreds
question.
of years must have passed by now.
Hopefully not that long.
Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more.
It better not.
I imagine that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tears. I want to tell someone.
You mean your overflow of hydro?
Anyone about this. But would that not destroy all I've done so far? I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have to succeed.
Scene, large number, Opera House, Furina, and... Is it me? No, it's Fish.
Furina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone.
Nope, it is me.
Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone, your people are more than willing to share your burden with you.
That's my voice. Is this scene from when we were in that giant magic box? This is great. I didn't think that this scene would replay in her inner world. Surely, I'll find out what she wanted to tell me this time. Has the Traveler been sitting through that, like, 18,000 scenes this whole time? Rip the Traveler.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty alone.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? Yes. I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case... She's right. I could confide in her, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay the price. No, Furina. You shouldn't be selfish.
But see, like here, where did her hair go?
If it's really all right, Furina, you've worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once. Just this once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows? Surely it could not hurt. If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by again. Think about it long and hard.
You don't have time to think about it.
No, I have nothing to say. I am Furina, the Archon of Fontaine. Everything will surely get better. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains fall.
Fine.
Ooh, voiced.
So even Furina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself. She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate.
It is kind of
Seems
painful,
that
Saint Dane, not gonna
trusting
lie.
humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Part of it's
Good,
definitely my
good.
fault for leaving
Of course,
3
the
Archon
Index of
quests, or
Fontaine
4,
has pinpointed the
to all
crux
be
of the
together.
issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along. Am I right?
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
That's fun.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you have it.
And
to
also
be more
apparently to
precise,
steal
not
child.
only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed.
Pretty
I
sword,
mean,
though.
Did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Furina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be, accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia had it only been used for that purpose. Almost all of it has now been stored within the Oratrice. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Furina nor Focalors, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course.
Excuse me?
In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
But...
Interesting. So you're gonna destroy the Gnosis? I don't think the Fatui are gonna like that plan.
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
And it was almost all
never quite
ruined by
seen
the
it that
knave
way, you know.
murdering Furina.
Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked. Hydro Dragon, Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria
When I started
stole the
today, my
power of
controller
the
was fully
primordial
charged.
sea,
And now
the
it's
heavenly
dying.
principle stole the power you ancient dragons possessed. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice, and to me, justice is the continuation of that existence. Defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on.
I feel like the
That
PS5
should be
controllers
the
are just not
justice
made as
enthroned
well as
over all
previous
others.
Sony
At
controllers.
this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontainians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Neuvillette, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too. At last, I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as they feel. You are a devious one, Focalors. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here.
An
For the
actual cutscene.
sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
She's dancing away. What the heck? I still really hope Furina gets that as a skin. Thank you, Furina, for all you've done. From this moment on, please live happily as a human, just as I wished we could. But can I fight the whale now?
Iudex Nivelect, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
All the people saving Primos for Furina just to find out that
What
Nivea
just
is technically the Archon.
Has the death sentence
I was
been
right
carried out?
all along,
Was that bright
as it
light
turns
some
out,
sort of misdirection?
in my original guess.
I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
It's time to kill a whale. Well, he's a god now,
I
so
have gained the strength
different.
sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from that creature. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry.
you obtained power?
Traveler, now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice.
I'm down.
The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine. The beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring Narwhal. Come with me, traveler.
That's not a
The
very
hour of
threatening
execution
name.
has come.
I actually have not fought the narwhal yet, because I wanted to be blind going in. So these past 2 weeks I have not gotten drops from the narwhal. Sad face. So let's hope this goes well.
But how are we going to do that? It's huge!
I don't know.
I've already done my best to separate the power of the Primordial Sea from the way. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source. Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall
Am I supposed to get eaten?
dragon's power within. We shall look for an opening to go.
Am I supposed to get eaten? Or is it? Hi.
I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Oh, hi. Hi. Yeah.
Busted.
One is strong.
Eat me, I think, maybe? Destroy the eye. Okay.
The process of elimination.
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility. Chance will present itself.
Man, I feel like I should have had a team of all archers. Oh, okay. Never mind. Turns out you don't have to deal that much damage.
What's that thingy over there?
Get with me.
Here you are.
This is going to end well, I promise. Bro, I was summoning my meteor. How you gonna do that to me? Give me my meteor back. Give me my child back. What the heck?
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but oh well. It was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime. Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder. I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
This is a harbinger?
That
What?
power. Who are you exactly?
Hyman has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right? It's just
That's a name.
I was the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand, managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world. So you may speak to me as equals.
What sort of person would take the all-devouring narwhal as a pet?
I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks. All in all, it fails as a pet.
You like the narwhal's appearance?
I think you might have missed the point.
The point being?
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, Child's master's master. Wait, is that right?
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did. His name is Sertologi.
I'm sorry. Who?
I am unfamiliar with that name.
Huh. So Master isn't sufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
The Fowl?
No?
Still nothing? Well, how about the Visionary? Vetterfalnir then? Or Gold Rhindaughter?
Gold, yes.
That one we've heard. Rhindaughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either. But I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhindaughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait, didn't you also mention a visionary person? Hyman didn't
Wait.
quite catch their name.
Your master isn't
Actually,
gold?
never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to digest. As such, the fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
What?
No, there's little to be surprised about, Paimon. It is natural, after all. The prophecy will surely come true. We knew this, and accepted it. However...
Not to worry. Focalors has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Furina will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
They actually flooded it? I thought they were just pretending to with the rain.
All hands, initiate emergency rescue. Hurry! Hey, lend a hand. Look, the water's receding.
So I guess as long as you didn't drown, you're fine. Just a little wet. Not to mention property damage.
The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Are you right? We're saved. The prophecy was wrong.
Frida? Also, I really liked the music that was playing when we were fighting the narwhal.
Renewed. The Spirit Rasula talks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Spirit Rasula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. You just need a little of it.
What an analogy.
Lunar Brain of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify him and his team. Wow! Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
They might have been real big shots from the start.
What do you think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The
We meet
student
gods every
design
day,
team was pretty
so
simple.
you know.
With the disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down. The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship, while Navia is leading people in the reconstruction of their home. I'm sure that these stories could draw even your well-traveled eye.
The articles do make me curious about how things will play out.
Paimon's curious too! Wait a minute. Didn't we watch everything happen from start to finish? What's there to be curious about?
I mean, I kind of
That's
checked out, not gonna
exactly why I'd
lie.
like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best incubators of news, if you haven't noticed. And also, with you around, I'm sure I'll get to see that Duke.
Are you sure? Hasn't he turned you down several times already?
Oh, this time will be different. Come on, Let's head to Poisson first, and then make a trip to the fortress. There are some things you'll only know when you get there.
Do I now have access to that fight? No, I don't. So I still have to finish the finale, presumably, to get access to it. I just want to be free. Check the enemies. Better idea. Better idea. Wait, am I looking at the... No, this is the right thing. No. Also, you're pretty sure the game added a feature that lets you fight the enemies before you do the quest. What? Oh, they did, didn't they? I vaguely remember them saying that. Yeah, this quick challenge thing. I should really pay attention when I read things. Okay. Well, then if that's the case, I am going to end here because I'm starving. My controller is dying, and I don't feel like talking to more of the Fontanians. We'll do that whenever I stream Genshin again. Potentially Saturday or Sunday. It'll be up in the air. But thank you, St. Dane, for reminding me that that feature exists. So I could have, in fact, been fighting the narwhal this whole time. It's fine. Everything is fine. But yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you. You have a happy Thanksgiving as well. Have a good night. Bye.